Abhishek, big surprise, Abhishek. Can you hear me? Abhishek, can you hear me? Big surprise, big surprise. Sadanand Gowda, we knew. Shankar Prasad, Tawarchand Gehlot, Ramesh Nishank, Pokhriyal, Harshvardhan, Prakash Javadekar. Prakash Javadekar has also tendered his resignation. Is that correct? Prakash Javadekar has also tendered his resignation. Prakash Javadekar and Shankar Prasad, two big updates on Republic TV. Shankar Prasad and Prakash Javadekar have tendered their resignation. Story being broken by Republic TV. Aishwarya is getting the details. Aishwarya, Shankar Prasad, Abhishek and Aishwarya. Abhishek. I mean, this is a big surprise. Shankar Prasad and Prakash Javadekar. What's going on?
Well, Niranjan, as I was explaining before you came in, that these are senior ministers, important ministers, heavyweight ministers. Prakash Javadekar had 3 portfolios of information and broadcasting, heavy industries and public enterprises, and environment. Shankar Prasad had 2 portfolios, law ministry and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Dr. Harshvardhan had health ministry. Santosh Kumar Gangwar had labor. You had Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank as education minister, and all these senior ministers have resigned now. Prime Minister has forwarded their resignation to the President of India, and the President of India has accepted their resignations from the Council of Ministers. This is a huge development, Niranjan. This would need some deciphering, because this major rejig that the Prime Minister has carried out in terms of getting 43 ministers, 15 new cabinet ministers, of which 8 get promoted from the existing Council of Ministers, 7 fresh faces, and someone had to make way for them. And these happen to be all these ministers who have now, resigned from the cabinet. We don't know their fate as to whether they go to the party organization, how they get rehabilitated, because remember, yesterday only we saw the government announcing 9 governors to states, and after that, I don't think there are states left with any vacancy for any gubernatorial assignment also. So in that sense, this seems like a bit of a setback to the careers of these whose names we are now carrying out reading out through the press communique of Rashtrapati Bhavan. Niranjan, the President of India, as advised by the Prime Minister, has accepted the resignation of the following members of the Council of Ministers with immediate effect. That includes D.V. Sadanand Gowda, Shankar Prasad, Tawarchand Gehlot, Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, Harshvardhan, Prakash Javadekar, Santosh Kumar Gangwar, Babul Supriyo, Sanjay Dhotre, Ratan Lal Kataria, Pratap Chandra Sarangi, and Debashri Chaudhary. I mean, of these 12 names, I think 10 we had already discussed, Niranjan, over the last few hours. The surprise element in this list coming in of Prakash Javadekar and Shankar Prasad, though those were also being discussed, but then this comes with absolute surety that this is what has happened, Niranjan.
Well, how many ministries does that clear up? If I can ask my video journalist to kindly keep focus on this one. This is the letter that we've accessed. Sadanand Gowda, Shankar Prasad, I'll repeat that. Sadanand Gowda, very interestingly, Abhishek, on a side note, Sadanand Gowda had moved a court, received an injunction order so that nothing adverse could be reported against him in the courts recently in the last 1 week, right? But Shankar Prasad comes as a big surprise. He's been at the forefront of taking on the social media giants. Too early to decipher, like you mentioned. Tawarchand Gehlot, of course, is now a governor. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, education minister, for his I don't know. You'll know perhaps, Abhishek, what was the rationale there. Harshvardhan, many talking about possible handling of the second wave of COVID-19 and the criticism that came with it. Prakash Javadekar, INB ministry, that's a big one. That's a very big one, Abhishek. And